important experiment carried out in 1909 disproved the plum pudding model of the atom. This experiment was carried out by Ernest Rutherford with Hans Geiger and Ernest Marston, and the experiment was known as the gold foil experiment. This experiment used a very thin sheet of gold foil. At this thin sheet of gold foil, Rutherford, Geiger and Marston fired positively charged particles known as alpha particles. Although they wouldn't have known it at the time, an alpha particle is the same as a helium nucleus, so it's made up of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. The important point is that these particles had a positive charge. In the plum pudding model, the particles should have just passed through the gold sheet, as the positive charge within the atoms that made up the sheet of the gold foil should be spread out over the whole atom. What they saw in this experiment was that most of the alpha particles just passed through the gold foil. However, some of the beams of alpha particles were totally deflected from the gold foil and sent back towards the source. What this suggested was that the positive charge within the atom was concentrated at the centre, with the result that when positive charges are fired at a collection of atoms, most of the positive charges will travel through the foil as they just travel through empty space. However, some positively charged particles will come close to the region in which the positive charge of the atom is concentrated. These will experience the repulsion which is experienced by 2 charges. We know that like charges will experience repulsion, so that the positively charged particles that are sent back towards the source are those that have come too close to this positive charged region of the atom. This experiment was very important in our understanding of the atomic model, and the results led to the development of what is known as the nuclear model of the atom. This model can be seen in this diagram, and it's called the nuclear model because it features a nucleus which has a positive charge. It's this region of the atom which led to the deflection of the alpha particles. The rest of the particles would have just passed through the empty space around the nucleus, an empty space that is only filled with the occasional negatively charged electron. This model is different from the plum pudding model, as it has the positive charge within the atom concentrated in the centre, at the nucleus. The idea of this model was that the negatively charged electrons orbited the nucleus like planets in a solar system. This model was adapted in 1913.
Hi guys! To continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific GCSE chemistry and combined science videos, just click on the Snap Revise smiley face. Join me today and together let's make Chemistry at GCSE a walk in the park.